நீங்கள் பார்த்துக் கொண்டிருப்பது உங்கள் கதிர் டிவி.
Good evening to all gathered here to enjoy this lovely evening, a very, very special occasion when we've all come together to extend our sincere thanks to this wonderful team who have come all the way from London to Sri Jayendra to extend their voluntary services to us. Apart from that, also to exchange their friendship and warmth with all of us. This wonderful partnership, a unique link, was actually established in the year 2000. And the main person behind this is none other than the wonderful person standing in the center, Mr. Paul Bickerdijk. If not for him, this great link would not have been possible. The then headmaster of Mill Hill School, Mr. William Winfield, initiated this partnership between Sri Jayendra and Mill Hill, and today it is 15 years old, 15 years of friendship, 15 years of love and bond, which is actually strengthening year by year. And it's very hard to believe that 3 weeks have passed by since this team of lovely girls, boys and teachers came to Sri Jayendra. And had you seen what the lot of activities that went through this campus over the last 3 weeks, you'll be amazed to see. Actually, a school, we always believe, should not interfere with the education of a person. You might think, how could a school interfere with one's education? Yes, education is not confined to schools alone. It is beyond that. A child starts to learn even as the child is in the womb of the mother. The first language that the child picks up is not from school, but it is from the home. So too, all the experiences that a child is able to gain beyond the four walls of the classrooms are the real, opportunities for the child to learn a lot parallelly along with textbooks. So we believe that, and this great partnership has made it possible for our children to learn, experience so much from students and teachers from abroad. As you all know, the standards of education, the standard of education in the Western world is far ahead when compared to the Indian standard. But still, we too are not, inferior in the sense that we are also in a way good. But then we will have to share, we will have to learn from others. This wonderful partnership makes all this possible. Our girls and boys were so very, very casual and free. We're able to exchange and interact with all the students from England. We cannot take our children there, but this link has made it possible for London to land in Jayendra. And I'm really very thankful to all of you for wanting to come here, for wanting to spend your time with us, for wanting to share and wanting to give. We are indeed very, very thankful, and as a mark of respect, and as is the custom, we take the pleasure of honoring each one of them. I request our correspondent, Mrs. Nirmal Ramaratnam, to honor the leader of the team, Miss Victoria Dempster. Flowers express fragrance and love, sweetness and joy. So your presence made us joyful. It was so sweet. Thank you so much for coming here. Thank you very much. I now request Mrs. Gangamani to honor Miss Valerie Minor. This beautiful partnership has given the chance for our teachers to visit London, to visit Mill Hill School, experience the curriculum of the British school, especially Mill Hill School, and we also have a partnership with another school, Emmanuel School. In March 2015, a team of 4 teachers visited Mill Hill, stayed with them for, I think, 3 weeks. They've learned so much from their stay there. They've gathered a lot of information. They've come back with rich experiences, which I'm sure is going to benefit us a lot. And the leader of this team was our senior staff member, Mrs. Omana Raj. I now request her to come and honor Mr. Gavin. Thank you so much, Gavin, for coming here, making everything so different. His chemistry teaching was enjoyed by all our children. Fantastic work. Thank you very much. And now I take the pleasure of honoring Mr. Paul Bikadai. Our children are here to express their joy and love for the Melhillians. They present them with a little memento and also a bunch of flowers, which I'm sure is the right way to express how sweet all of you were and what a lot of nice experiences you shared with them. Lovely girls, lovely boys, thanks for everything. Thank you so much. I now request Miss Victoria Dempster to share her views and address the gathering.
It's been a very fast 3 weeks. It seems like only yesterday I arrived and was at the Cart Festival, climbing up the police tower to make sure that I got a good photograph. I would like to thank, first of all, the Melhillians. You have been one of the best groups that I've had out here, so thank you for making my life and the other teachers a very pleasurable stay. I'd like to thank Gavin and Valerie and Paul for their good company. I'd like to thank all the students for letting me take photographs of them. What is amazing is they ask me, please can I have one photograph? You don't need to ask, I love to photograph you. When I came 7 years ago, I had one camera, now I have two. And finally, I would like to thank Usha, Namal and Ganga. This place is very special to me, and I'm sure I'll be coming back many more times. Thank you.
You are also very special to all of us. And we've always admired you for your energy and the will to go around actually capturing lovely moments in Sri Jayendra and also in Shankar Nagar, Tirunelveli on the whole, especially the car festival. Had you seen Tori actually merging with the crowd in the car festival, Namaludia Therotatla, Miss Victoria Dempster, எவ்வளவு தூரம் அந்த crowd உள்ள நுழைஞ்சு அந்த தேரோட தேராக போய் நம்ம கூட பயமா இருக்கும் சமயத்துல ஆனா அவங்க செருப்பு கூட போட்டுக்காம அந்த கார் ஃபெஸ்டிவல்ல அவங்க போட்டோ எடுத்த விதம் இருக்கே அபாரம். So that's how, this exchange, that is the magic of the exchange. So much is taken from here and so much is given to us, which is very, very special. I now request Mrs. Valerie Minor to speak a few words.
Every time that Tori comes back to London after the end of the summer when she's been to India, she makes it sound such a wonderful and exciting place, and she's very, very excited about the thought of coming back in a year's time. So excited that she said, you really must come, and I'm so glad that I did. I've had a wonderful 3 weeks. I've been so impressed with how well you've welcomed us and how much love that you've shown us and how you have really given us a picture of life in such a wonderful school. And I'd like to thank you very much, Usha and Nemal and Ganga, and for making our stay such a wonderful experience. I now know exactly what Tori means when she says what a wonderful visit this is. Thank you very much.
We should thank you for all that you have given to us. Thank you very much. I request Mr. Gavin to speak a few words.
Thank you all for making us feel so welcome. It's been a privilege teaching chemistry. I can assure you, your education is not behind us. In fact, you're doing everything a year earlier. Your students have been wonderful. Thank you for everybody who's taken me on lots of interesting visits. to Mr. Prince for the football organisation, and to the visit to the Science Centre. Thank you for all of this. I'll miss you all, and the tea. Thank you.
Vanakkam. My name is Keval, and this is Izzy. First of all, I'd like to say what an amazing experience this has been and how incredibly grateful we are to everyone here at Sri Jayendra. From travelling to waterfalls and teaching here at the school, we have been welcomed into your community with open arms and beaming smiles. Teaching various ages, everyone here from Mill Hill has gained valuable knowledge into the way of life here at the school and indeed the colourful country of India. Although we have been teachers for the last 3 weeks, you have taught us a great deal, and we are immensely lucky to have been given this opportunity.
On behalf of all the Millhillians, I would like to personally thank Usha, Namal and Ganga for making us feel so welcome and making sure that we have always been comfortable. You have honestly accomplished so much in starting the school and have created a beautiful and happy environment. You should be very proud, from having one classroom to now a school of nearly 3,000 students. Also, thank you, Usha, for welcoming us into your beautiful home and for your hospitality. Ganga, you have taken us in your arms and hugged us with such warmth. You have always been there to say good morning with a smile and make us feel loved. Also, thank you for organising our timetables and the many trips we have been able to attend. Furthermore, thank you for organising the choir and singing with us during rehearsals. Lastly, Namal, you guided us so graciously at the Car Festival and made it such a wonderful experience.
We'd like to give a special mention to Jennifer ma'am and Sylvie ma'am for making our stay at the hostel so smooth. Also, Rockham, who has made us every meal so delicious. We have felt at home and enjoyed the company of everyone at the hostel, and have never felt shy to ask questions and get involved in every activity. Furthermore, we would like to thank all the members of staff, including those who have directed us in music and dance, especially Sonia, who has guided our every step with ease.
We would like to thank all of the students who have made us feel so special. Those who have been in our classes have always been so well behaved and a pleasure to teach. We would also like to thank the monks who have welcomed us into their home. We have loved your company and couldn't imagine this experience without you. All of you have been the bestest of friends and we will miss you dearly.
Lastly, but not least, we would like to personally thank Tori Dempster, Gavin Sain and Valerie Miner for accompanying us on this trip and making the whole experience so enjoyable. You have given us such amazing support and we are grateful for everything you have done.
Thank you so very much, Sri Jayendra. You are forever in our hearts. We love you very much and we're going to miss you so, so dearly.
Thank you so much for your nice words of appreciation. And I now request Mr. Paul Bigadak to maybe say a few words.
I don't think there's anything left for me to say, really. But thank you very much for looking after the foreigners so effectively. I didn't honestly expect anything less of you all. I'm really looking forward to the show tonight. I've been coming to these shows for rather longer than half the people on this stage have been alive. But I think this is going to be the best one ever. Thank you.
So the best way to thank all of you is by singing and dancing, expressing the colors of India, to tell you how colorful all of you were, how colorful you have made us, and how much you have contributed to us. So once again, thank you very much for everything. Thanks a lot. You are very, very special to us. You have a very special place in our hearts. May this partnership grow further and further and blossom into a lovely relationship that will show to the world the goodness of friendship and peace. Thanks, thank you. Thanks for everything. Now let us move on to our places. And our choir is going to present a Thanksgiving song.
நீங்கள் பார்த்துக் கொண்டிருப்பது உங்கள் கதிர் டிவி.